Hey everyone, so I made a pleated skirt. And I know many people have issues with pleats, so let's talk about it. So if that's some content you would like to see, keep on watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I am doing a quick video on skirt number 8 in the summer skirt series. This is the waistband skirt, but you may call it a pleated skirt. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So without further ado, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. I hope you like what you see and subscribe for more. And if you are a returning subscriber, you already know what to do. Come on in, chill with me, grab you some coffee, some tea, some water, or whatever it is that you would like to drink while I take you on this journey of this pattern review. So let's go ahead and get right on into it, starting with the pattern description. All right, so for the pattern that I chose was Simplicity 8609, which is this pattern right here. Now this is an old pattern from spring 2018, and the pattern description says that it is a Mrs. pleated skirt. Now I am calling this my waistband skirt because if you guys do not know, I like skirts with waistband. I do not care for the skirts with facings. I will do them from time to time, but I prefer a waistband on my skirts versus a facing. Now, this is a pleated skirt, and I will be doing a pleated skirt next, so I could have just done this skirt twice, but I didn't want to. I want to try a different skirt for the pleated skirt. But for the pattern description, this is a Mrs. pleated skirt with length variation. It has a high and low hemline, and then view A, B, and C are just like some knit tops that you could sew up. View D, E, and F are your skirts. Now I did view E without the high-low hem. The high-low hem, I believe, is in view D and in F. But F is where you have your tie belt as well, which I left off the tie belt, and I also left out the carriers because I didn't feel like I needed that in my skirt. But that is the pattern description for this skirt. Let's talk about skill level. So the skill level for this pattern, I don't think it's rated on the Simplicity website, but I would say it's for intermediate beginner. Now, there's a pattern review already on YouTube, and I believe it's from Crumpet Tea and Sewing, and I believe I seen it a long time ago, but when she did this skirt, I think she had some complications with the pleats. Do not quote me. You could go to her video, which I will link in the description box below for that video, but I believe it's about the pleat. Okay, now I want to say that the reason why I am labeling this as the intermediate beginner is because the pleats can be time consuming, number one. If you are not familiar with pleats or doing so many of them, you can have an issue with them, which I will talk about here in a few minutes on like and dislikes. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the notion shoes. So the only notion that you need for this outside of thread is, I believe, a 9-inch zipper, invisible zipper. I'm looking, it actually says a 7-inch invisible zipper. Now you guys know I use longer zippers, so I believe I used a 9-inch invisible zipper, but it only calls for a 7-inch invisible zipper. So I'm just gonna say use a 7-inch invisible zipper. If you want to do what I did and use a longer one and just cut it off, whatever suits your fancy. All right. Let's talk about fabric use. So the fabric use for this pattern is 100% Ankara print. I picked up this fabric from House of Mami Wata a while ago. I want to say probably 2018, 2019. I really do not remember what year I picked it up, but this is one of the first things that I picked up when I started picking up Ankara print. I'm pretty sure it's sold out, but that's where I picked it up from House of Mami Wata when she was on Etsy. She's still on Etsy. She still has a shop on Etsy, but she also has a website as well, which is houseofmamiwata.com, which I will put up on the screen as well as in the description below. All right, let's talk about pattern pieces. So for this pattern, you need 7 pattern pieces. So you need pattern piece number 8 through 14. So you need 8, I believe, was the, I can't remember all the pattern pieces, but I'm gonna tell you. You need your front, your back, the waistband, pockets. So basically for the waistband, you have your front waistband and your back waistband pieces, and then you have your pockets. So it's 7 pattern pieces, number 8 through 14. You could read what each pattern is, okay? Let's talk about pattern sizing. So this pattern comes in sizes, 2 envelopes, pattern size 4 through 12 on the first envelope and 12 through 20 on the second envelope. The size that I cut was a size 18. However, I thought it was going to be a little too big, and it does have a good 1/2 inch ease in the waistband to where it's not tight, which I like, but I think I could have went down to a size 16 because my waist is a 33 inch and the finished garment measurement is like a 33.75, so I do have a little ease in the waist, which I'm not mad about at all. So if you guys, so that's why it's sitting right at my belly button right now instead of my natural waist where I normally wear all my skirts at. But I'm okay with that. I don't want it super duper tight to where I gotta squeeze in it. That's not a good look, okay? But that's the size that I cut as well. Let's talk about modifications. Did I make any modifications to this pattern? No, I did not. The only thing that I need to do is hem it because I have let this dress sit on my dress form, not dress, but skirt, sit on my dress form for the last day and a half. So I wanna let it sit on my dress form for a little bit longer. I went ahead and took pictures without hemming it, but it's gonna sit so I can wear it tomorrow to work. All right, so that's what I did for, you know, the size that I cut, no modifications. Let's talk about if it did it look like the photos or the drawing and the pattern on the pattern envelope? Absolutely, it does. I think that it looks exactly like the little model on, I'm saying little model, but she's not little, of course, but she looks like the young lady on the, I look like the young lady. Well, let me rephrase all of that. Yes, the skirt looks exactly like what the model is wearing on this pattern envelope. So yes, I think that it came out amazing, wonderful. I love it. The print is banging. I love this print. All right, and I do have some left. I was going to make a dress with the remaining print. However, I need stretch woven, and I'm pretty sure I could use this fabric for that pattern, but I decided against it because it uses a lot of fabric and I don't think I have enough. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board and create something else for the remainder of this fabric, which I feel like I have about 3 1/4 yards left. So 3 1/4 of a yard left. I'll just have to measure it back out, but I'm cool with that anyway. So it doesn't make a big difference or anything, but yeah, that's what it is. Let's talk about, are the instructions easy to follow? So yes, the instructions are easy to follow, but because I knew exactly what I was doing with this skirt, I didn't really follow the instructions. So I mean, like, to be honest with you, if you know how to put a skirt together, the only thing that's different is the pleats. You put the front to the back. So basically you pin the pockets to the front and, I'm sorry, let me go back. So you have a front and a side front. You pin the front to the side front and then pin your pockets to the side front and the side back, basically. And then after you do all of that, then you make your pleats, put in your zipper, put in your waistband and all that stuff and attach it all together. So, I mean, it comes together very, very quickly, seriously. So before you guys ask me, do I plan on doing a sew along for this? No, simply because I feel that this pattern is not in the pattern drawer. So I will not be doing a sew along for this skirt. However, there will be a sew along for a similar skirt without the pleats coming soon, okay? Within the next week or whatever, you will see a few sew alongs here on the channel. All right, let's talk about likes and dislikes. My dislikes, I don't have any dislikes for this pattern, even though, like I said, T from Crumpet Tea and Sewing have done a pattern review for this pattern, and I believe it was the pleats that she did not like from the title. I watched it a while ago. When I say a while ago, when she first posted it, couple of years ago. I want to say I watched it about 2 years ago or whatnot, and I should have watched the video before you know, basically saying this. But what can set you off about this pattern is if you are not familiar with pleats. It's a lot of pleats going on, and you will probably think that you're doing the pleats wrong, because once you do 1 or 2 pleats, it doesn't look exactly the same, but you have to continuously push through it until you get to that end result of the pleats, okay? So one thing that I will say about the pleats is it does tell you to baste the pleats down and then kind of like tear up the basting stitch once you get all the pleats done. I did not do that. I just used bobby pins, not bobby pins, but safety pins. Sorry, let's get back to it. I used the pins, you know, the regular pins that you use. Let me show you. These, not bobby pins, not safety pins, but these pins. I don't know what I was thinking. But I used those pins to hold them all together, and then I just completely basted all the way around the upper portion of my skirt. All right, so that's what I did. I did not baste my pleats down or any of that stuff and then take them off or anything, you know, remove the basting stitch. I didn't do all of that because that's extra thread, okay? I just pressed them down and it stayed, and I love this skirt. All right, let's talk about first time experiences. I do not have any first time experiences. I have done everything before: pleats, skirts, waistband, zippers, pockets, you name it. I have done it all before, so there's no first time experiences. Would I recommend this pattern to others? Absolutely. I feel that this is a classic, quick and easy skirt that you could get done in what? 2 hours. After you cut the skirt, it took me 2 hours to sew this entire skirt together, which I love because it's quick and easy. And right now I'm trying to do quick and easy stuff that I could, one, put in my wardrobe and also wear to work. So this is one that you would definitely want to do. If you have this pattern, pull it out and do it. If you do not have this pattern, look for it in the Joann's pattern drawer next time you go to Joann's. Now, it is from 2018, so I cannot 100% confidently say if it's in the pattern drawer or not. If it's not, you can always find it on eBay, Etsy, or Amazon, or find a pattern that is super similar to this one, okay? One pattern that I will give you is McCall 7253. I did it before, and I have a sew along, which I will put in the description box below, as well as on the end screen for that pleated skirt that I did last year. It was pink. It was amazing. I love that skirt, and it's still a favorite in my closet as well. All right, so we talked about would I recommend this pattern to others. Would I sew it again? Yes, I would sew it again as well. And my pattern rating is a 5 out of 5 for this pattern. I love it. I styled this skirt with just some tennis shoes because I was on the go when I took these photos or whatever. Just a solid black top. Now the top is McCall 7635. This top was sewn doing hashtag BHM pattern designers from 2021 and 2022. So I originally made the top and the pants, which I will show the photos for that. I made it in 2021, and then I just basically used the top and the pants and just made a duster in 2022 with the Kalela Ali pattern, which was Simplicity 4198. So I just went ahead and put on this knit top just to style it and not just do a cami like you guys have seen me do. It is hot here, but I wanted to do something different, and I just paired it with some new black kicks that I just purchased when school started. So I hope you enjoyed this pattern, this quick pattern review for Simplicity 8609. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video, and as always, keep sewing.
Working a 9 to 5, I had to go and feed the guys. Nobody did it right, I had to show them how to grind. I had to beat the odds. This is the